Introduction to Computer Studies. Week 1. Let's begin with our first question: what is a computer? A computer is an electronic device that accepts data as input, processes it, stores it, and gives information as output. It helps us perform tasks faster and more accurately than manual methods. Next question: what does CPU stand for? CPU means Central Processing Unit. It is the brain of the computer where all main calculations and processing take place. Our last question for this week: list any 7 parts of the computer. They include 1. Monitor 2. Keyboard 3. Mouse 4. CPU 5. Printer 6. Hard drive 7. Speakers. Each of these parts performs a unique role to make the computer function effectively. Week 2. Our first question this week: differentiate between mini-computers and microcomputers. Mini-computers are medium-sized machines used by small businesses or organizations for multiple users at the same time. Microcomputers, however, are smaller and meant for single users. Examples are laptops and desktop computers. Next question: what do you understand by a supercomputer? A supercomputer is the most powerful type of computer. It performs millions of calculations per second and is used for scientific research, weather forecasting, and space exploration. Final question: list 2 examples of special-purpose computers and what they are used for. Examples include: 1. ATM machines, used for banking transactions. 2. Traffic control systems, used for managing road traffic flow. Week 3. Our first question: what is the function of the Tab key? The Tab key moves the cursor a set distance forward. It's mostly used to indent paragraphs or move between form fields. Next, what is the name of the most pressed key on the keyboard? That's the space bar. It's used to insert spaces between words while typing. Now, differentiate between a trackball and a mouse. A mouse moves across a surface to control the cursor. A trackball stays still, but you roll the ball on top to move the pointer on screen. Week 4. Our first question: differentiate between emission and non-emission displays. Emission displays, like LED and OLED screens, produce their own light. Non-emission displays, such as LCD screens, depend on external light sources. Next, what is a plotter as an output device? A plotter is used to print large drawings like maps, blueprints, and architectural designs. Instead of ink, it uses pens to draw lines precisely. Another question: what is the full meaning of CRT? CRT stands for cathode ray tube. It was used in old monitors and televisions before flat screens became common. Finally, discuss 2 types of printers. 1. Impact printers, like dot matrix printers that strike paper physically. 2. Non-impact printers, like laser printers that use toner and heat to print. Week 5. Let's begin with this question: what is PROM? PROM means Programmable Read-Only Memory. It can be written only once and cannot be erased. Now, what is the full meaning of the following? RAM, Random Access Memory. ROM, Read-Only Memory. CMOS, Complementary Metal Oxide Semiconductor. PC, Personal Computer. Next question: what is the function of RAM? RAM temporarily stores data while the computer is working. Once the power is off, the data is lost. Finally, differentiate between SDRAM and DRAM. SDRAM works in sync with the CPU clock and is faster. DRAM is slower and needs frequent refreshing to retain data. Remember to like, share and comment week 6. Our first question: differentiate between an internal hard drive and an external hard drive. The internal hard drive is built inside the computer and holds system files. The external hard drive is portable and connects via USB for backups or file transfer. Next, what is the primary purpose of a floppy disk? It was used to store and transfer small files between computers, though it's now outdated. Now, what are the full meanings of the following? CD, compact disc, DVD, digital versatile disc, USB, universal serial bus, post, power on, self-test, HDD, hard disk drive, BIOS, basic input-output system. Week 7. Our first question: differentiate between cold booting and warm booting. Cold booting is when the computer starts from a completely off state. Warm booting happens when the system restarts without turning off fully. Next, what do you understand by a screensaver, and how does it differ from a wallpaper? A screensaver is a moving image or animation that appears when the computer is idle. A wallpaper is a static background image on the desktop. Final question: differentiate between the sleep and hibernate commands. Sleep mode keeps the session active in memory but uses less power. Hibernate mode saves the session to disk and completely powers off the computer to save battery. Assignment 1. Define 5 storage devices and state their uses. 2. Differentiate between input and output devices with 2 examples each. Place your answer in the comment section with only your name.